LFFO Primetime, your what to watch for edition for the evening. Now, Patriots and Bears, not the most exciting teams in the league, so naturally there's less stuff to see this week, but there's still some things in play, especially our LFFL 9 bracket challenge, which wraps up the Sweet 16 this week. So let's start in the LFFL. Matt, a tight one with Miles, currently a 31-point lead, but Miles still has both David Montgomery and the Pats defense. This should be a sweat all night long, given that Miles still has both those guys. Greg, a 22-point lead over Eric. You like the 22-point lead. However, Greg only has Hunter Henry, who could easily put up nothing. And Eric has Ramondre Stevenson, who could easily go off. So this game not over yet. Certainly do like Greg's chances. You'd rather have the 22-point lead. Andy, the 41-point lead over Phil. I do not think Jacoby Myers is making up the difference here for Phil. Andy looking good for a win. Bill and Josh have already won. Josh actually hammered me. So with my loss, if Greg can hold on to get the W, Greg moves into solo first place over in this league. LFFL2, we only have one game left to be decided. I would, again, argue this game is still very much in play. I've got an 11-point lead over Andy with Damian Harris. However, if this game gets to be a blowout, Damian Harris gets a couple of touchdowns. Andy could come back and get the win. Your winners already are Bill, Phil, Eric, and Sean. Again, we are seeing more and more separation here. The only team with a better than 500 record to lose this week is the Merrills, and that's mainly because they were playing Eric, who also is 5-1, just like the Merrills were. So if I win, basically Bill, Phil, Eric, myself, and the Merrills are all over 500, and everyone else will be under 500. So this league continues to kind of be the haves and the have-nots. We'll see if anyone from the bottom half can get it turned around in the second half of the season. But right now, it looks like your winner is coming from that group. LFFL 3. We might not have any more undefeated teams. Sean with a commanding lead over Matt, who will need a Dan Marino-like performance out of Mac Jones tonight to get the W. Certainly looks like Matt is going down, the last undefeated team in the LFFL currently. Andy, a 2-point lead over Miles, who has David Montgomery. You'll like Miles' chances, but in this league, in the LFFL 3 one time, I went in with a tie and Jay Cutler and somehow managed to lose the game. So weird things can happen, but it looks like Miles might come back on Andy in that one. And then finally, I am a solid lead over Bill. Bill does have the Patriots defense, gets an inept offense, so this one's certainly not over either. Eric, Phil, Nate already won. And as we said, no undefeated teams left potentially after the evening. LFFL 4 year pick six Monday night or Thursday night football, the pick six game. Miles comes out on top, rostering that Arizona Cardinals defense. Eric squeezes me out for second, my fourth consecutive third place finish in these showdown slates. Nate still maintains a lead over Greg and Todd, but Eric moves in tie with Bill for fourth place. Now, what to watch for in the LFFL 5? We have one game left to be decided, and it's really decided. Eric has David Montgomery and his Roquan Smith, but it's too big of a lead to overcome. Your winners, Bill, myself, Phil, and Greg. Not much at stake tonight, obviously, with everything over. LFFL 7, Bill Berardi, on the guillotine line here. Does have the Pats D, however, he already has 16 points from a defense. So the Pats D would need to, you can see the gap to the next closest team is 28 points. That means the Pats defense would need 42 points or so before this even gets relevant. Nate and Andy both have guys who are replacing zeros right now in Devontae Parker, Damon Harris, so they look safe. If something really wonky happens, Phil is the lowest scoring finish team. However, for Bill to get up to Phil, it would be an awful big ask from the defense. So let's look at the LFFL 9. We have 5 of our 8 matchups are over. There is no coming back. The team that is losing is done. We have got number 2, Greg 2, defeating number 15, Phil 2. Number 3, Casey 1, moving on over number 14, Jeremy 1. Number 5, Bill 1, moving on over number 12, Greg 1. Number 8, Nate 2, defeats number 9, Eric 1. And then finally, our only upset so far in the bracket, number 10, Miles, defeats number 7, Nate. However, we might just have ourselves another upset right here. Look at Lloyd Christmas would say there's a chance. I would say there is not a chance, but Lloyd Christmas would say there's a chance. Jeremy's down only 200 points, does have Stevenson replacing a 0. However, Phil also has Stevenson only replacing a 4.8. So actually, there's really no math where this is not over. So Phil 1 will be moving on. The 4-13 upset, which tends to happen in these things. Now, let's move to our it's not over yet until we say it's over. Look at the score in this game. Eric 2, the number 6 seed at 502.9, down 2 points. The number 11 seed, Todd 1. Both have Devontae Parker going tonight. Eric also has Cole Kmet. Eric has more points he's replacing, which means he's got about 1.5 more points for Parker to count. This can absolutely go either way, especially with the stinkiness we've seen out of Cole Kmet recently. So, tough to say what's going to happen here. I don't know. Should be a good one tonight. Finally, the top seed is in danger. That's right. I have a slim 10-point lead over Andy. I have Cole Kmet, who is replacing a 5.3. Andy has Kendrick Bourne and not Derrick Henry. He wishes he had Derrick Henry. He has Hunter Henry, replacing a 1.7 and a 4.1. But not so fast, my friends. I have not made my move yet, so I'm going to do that. Getting Cole Kmet, tossing him to the bench. I'm going to pick up the Patriots defense, slide them right in there to bracket number 12. Nobody tell Andy he still has a move also. Don't tell, because he could absolutely cut Bourne or Hunter Henry and make a similar move to me if he wants to play in that bracket. Patriots defense, Bears, whatever. So we'll see how this shakes out tonight. But I'm gonna burn my move right now that I totally forgot to make on Thursday. So good luck tonight. Hope you all do really well, except for I hope my top seeded team doesn't pull Virginia here. So we will talk to you in a couple of days with the results. Good luck tonight, friends.